Hey, it's great to see you. Hey, I'm heading over to Sugarcreek. You want to come along? You can jump on in. We'll take a little half-hour ride. We're not going to take the main roads. We're going to jump over onto the back roads. You know, I like just moseying along. There's a lot more things to see. You can take in the different scenery, the different animals and things like that. A lot more relaxing. Takes about a half an hour, as I said. We'll see the cuckoo clock in the end. And it's midwinter coming into spring. So the leaves and things aren't really out there yet, but everything is looking nice. The hope of spring is in the air. So jump on in. Join me. You'll enjoy the ride. Hey, I want to tell you, I really do enjoy making these, and I hope you enjoy watching them. Throw a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are of these, good or bad. Do you want them to be shorter or you want them to be longer? What do you think? Any areas you'd like to see? I do appreciate you watching. Thank you. Shine bright and the stories flow. With a cold beer in hand and friends by my side, we'll sing our hearts out, let the good times ride. Life moves fast, but I'll hold on tight to those simple moments under the moonlight, chasing down dreams with the wind in our hair. Nothing compares to that sweet country air. Take me back to the dirt road, where the stars shine bright and the stories flow. With a cold beer in hand and friends by my side, we'll sing our hearts out, let the good times ride. So when the world gets heavy and the night feels long, I'll close my eyes and I'll find where I belong. On that dirt road, where my heart feels free, just a little bit of heaven waiting there for me. Cruising down those winding roads, top down, radio loud. Dusty boots and faded jeans, nothing but the stars in the crowd. We'll dance in the moonlight with the fire cracking low, holding you close, girl, as the night steals the show. Sipping on sweet tea underneath that big old sky, back roads and sunsets. This is where love comes alive. Remember that old oak tree where we carved our names in the bark? Summer nights and easy dreams together making sparks. We'll dance in the moonlight with the fire cracking low, holding you close, girl, as the night steals the show. Sipping on sweet tea underneath that big old sky, back roads and sunsets. This is where love comes alive. Through the storms and the laughter, whether every change, with you by my side, babe, life will never feel the same. We'll dance in the moonlight with the fire cracking low, holding you close, girl, as the night steals the show. Sipping on sweet tea underneath that big old sky, back roads and sunsets. This is where love comes alive. So let's chase the horizon with our hearts on the line. On these back roads and sunsets, you'll forever be mine.
Sunset glow on a tin roof shack, old guitar strumming a feel-good track. Down by the creek where the willows weep, country nights running deep in sleep. Picked wildflowers by the fence so high, been
biscuits, bacon, smelling mama's pie. Fireflies dance in the southern breeze. Footprints of life left with such ease.
Whiskey and wildflowers fill the air. Stories of love and hearts laid bare. Cooling under stars with a faithful tune. In the silence of the summer moon.
Tractors hum at the break of dawn. Memories of fields where we used to run. Grandpa's tales about the days of yore. Grit and grace, can't ask for more.
Tractors hum at the break of dawn. Memories.
Sitting on the porch, whiskey in hand. Sunset glowing over this small town land. Thinking about the times we laughed until we cried. Underneath the stars, you were always by my side. So raise a glass to the nights we won't forget. Small town love and no regrets. The fireflies dance just like our hearts. In this life we find a brand new start. Front porch memories, you and me, captured in a melody, wild and free. Cruising down the back roads, windows rolled down. Wind in our hair, with you I wear the crown. Country radio playing our favorite song. In your eyes I know where we belong. To the nights we won't forget. Small town love and no regrets. The fireflies dance just like our hearts. In this life we find a brand new start. Front porch memories, you and me, captured in a melody, wild and free. Years may pass, but this love remains like an old guitar singing through the rain. Through ups and downs we'll face it all. Together we rise, together we fall. So raise a glass to the nights we won't forget. Small town love and no regrets. The fireflies dance just like our hearts. In this life we find a brand new start. Front porch memories, you and me, captured in a melody, wild and free. As the night fades and the stars align, with you forever I know I'll be found. Porch swing swaying like a heartbeat so true. Every front porch memory leads me back to you.
Pulled up, top down in the two-seater. She hopped in, drunk smile, said it's good to see you. What you thinking about skipping downtown tonight? Race a coupe back home, grab the four-wheel drive, kicking Church Rock Road up to a tree line. Stop and look at her and say, you ready? Better hold on tight. Let me show you my countryside through these old headlights. We can take this road as far as you want to go. I'll show you how a country mile can take us all night. Feeling high in a bull's tail up an old dirt road. I ain't gonna run or hide. We can let the fire burn wild. That's just my countryside. Post up on the bank, drop a tailgate, windows down in the cab, bumping George Strait. We paid a couple lines and we throw them on out. Red Bible people bouncing on a cool night. Fire dancing, making shadows in the moonlight. She leaves in close in the bed of my truck. And I said, let me show you my countryside through these old headlights. We can take this road as far as you want to go. I'll show you how a country mile can take us all night. Feeling higher than a bull's tail up an old dirt road. I ain't gonna run or hide. We can let the fire burn wild. That's just my countryside. Let me show you my countryside through these old headlights. We can take this road as far as you want to go. I'll show you how a country mile can take us all night. Feeling higher than a bull's tail up an old dirt road. I ain't gonna run or hide. We can let the fire burn wild. My countryside. And there ain't nothing like my countryside.
down that old two-lane where the shadows dance and the sun paints. Memories linger in each mile, the laughter, the love, and your sweet smile. Take me back to the dirt road where the stars shine bright and the stories flow. With a cold beer in hand and friends by my side, we'll sing our hearts out, let the good times ride. Got my boots caked in mud from the rain, but the joy's the same, I can feel no pain. The creek's still running, just like before. Every bend and curve leads me back home once more. Take me back to the dirt road where the stars shine bright and the stories flow. With a cold beer in hand and friends by my side, we'll sing our hearts out, let the good times ride. Got my boots caked in mud from the rain, but the joy's the same, I can feel no pain. The creek's still running, just like before. Every bend and curve leads me back home once more. Take me back to the dirt road where the stars shine bright and the stories flow. With a cold beer in hand and friends by my side, we'll sing our hearts out, let the good times ride. Life moves fast, but I'll hold on tight to those simple moments under the moonlight. Chasing down dreams with the wind in our hair, nothing compares to that sweet country air. Take me back to the dirt road where the stars shine bright and the stories flow. With a cold beer in hand and friends by my side, we'll sing our hearts out.
Hey, thanks for sticking around. As we come towards the end of the tour, we're coming into Sugarcreek here. We came off of the main highway and going down towards downtown. It is very picturesque down there. There's a lot of little stores, a lot of neat stores. There's a couple of them that I want to go explore here real soon. And also, we've got the cuckoo clock. And with the cuckoo clock, I also have a feature coming for that. So I'll tell you what, be sure to like, share, and most of all, subscribe. I really appreciate everybody that subscribes, and that way you know when the new ones are coming up. So thank you very much for staying with me. I hope you enjoy, the rides as much as I enjoy presenting them. So thanks for sticking around. Have a great day. We'll see ya.
Underneath the stars, you were always by my side. So raise a glass to the nights we won't forget. Small town love.